Thanks for tuning into Hardstone Media, where we use our superpower of hindsight to rewrite movies and TV series.
Now for the final story in our Star Wars rewritten series, Episode 3, Fall of the Jedi. Obi Wan arrives on Mustafar, a volcanic planet where precious minerals are harvested from its lava flows and eruptions. Obi Wan lands outside the main mining camp, then moves silently through the camp, using the Force to find the other Jedi who have gathered in an abandoned building just outside the main camp. Obi Wan greets them with sadness. There are only 13 Jedi in the room. When Obi Wan asks about the rest, he's told many more were called, but have not arrived yet. Discussions are held about removing the Emperor and freeing the Republic. Different opinions are thrown around. Working with senators, working with an alien rebellion, assassinating the Emperor, or simply going into hiding. Obi-Wan looks around and mentions that Barriss Offee isn't here, and she was the one who told him about the meeting. Another Jedi, Plo Koon, reassures him that she'll be here, and that she's also bringing Obi-Wan's apprentice, Anakin Skywalker. Obi-Wan's heart stops, and dread floods his entire being. We need to leave, now. Before they have a chance to question him, the rest of the Jedi stop as they feel something ominous approaching. They're trapped. As the Jedi exit the building, they look up and see a Star Destroyer in orbit, and fleets of troop carriers streaming to the surface. The Jedi flee in all directions on speeders and hoverbikes, including Obi-Wan and Plo, who share a speeder. As they escape, a bright light rains down from the sky, destroying the abandoned building and sending debris flying everywhere. The ground rumbles as lasers bombard it. Rocks and lava explode through the air as the Jedi expertly try to avoid them. Obi-Wan and Plo make it to the mining facility where stormtroopers are flooding in, taking everyone hostage and herding them into the main square. Obi-Wan and Plo discuss helping them, but there are too many for them to fight as they discuss the next move. They see two cloaked figures enter the main square, Sharad and Anakin. Obi-Wan's face drops with the knowledge that both his apprentices have now fallen to the dark side. The two apprentices search through the crowd, using their feelings to find Jedi hiding within their ranks, when a stormtrooper calls out, "Over there!" pointing to Obi-Wan and Plo. The stormtroopers begin firing as Obi-Wan and Plo flee the area, followed closely by the two apprentices. The Jedi split up, moving quickly through the chaos as Star Destroyers continue to bombard the surrounding areas. One such blast ignites a nearby volcano, which begins spewing out lava and destabilizing the planet's crust. Sharad finally catches up to Obi-Wan outside the main camp, cutting him off from his ship and escape. Sharad taunts Obi-Wan that he failed as a master to both his apprentices, that the dark side of the Force is stronger, better than the Jedi, and that he was instrumental in their downfall. Obi-Wan pleads with him to turn back, that he thought they could overcome their past. Sharad, however, tells him that only through the dark side did Obi-Wan finally see he was worthy of his friendship, worthy of his respect. Obi-Wan tells him that he's always had his respect and friendship. Sharad replies angrily, not like he does for Anakin. He complains that he was discarded and replaced by Anakin, and it's all Obi-Wan's fault, that the fall of the galaxy is Obi-Wan's fault. Obi-Wan agrees that he wasn't the master Sharad deserved, and apologizes for it. But he also tells Sharad that he made his own choices and can't blame everything on Obi-Wan. Sharad shrugs it off and announces that once he destroys Obi-Wan, he will prove himself to the Emperor, that he is better than Anakin, and only he will be the Emperor's new apprentice. He attacks and the two fight in a spectacular duel. Obi-Wan loses his footing as an earthquake breaks the ground he stands on, and sends him rolling down a hill towards a platform next to a lava flow. As Obi-Wan falls, he hits his head. Obi-Wan tries to return him to his feet, barely conscious. Sharad mocks Obi-Wan and strikes down for the killer blow, when Anakin sweeps in and blocks the attack. Sharad yells with a vicious, blood-curdling rage and attacks Anakin. Anakin fights back, the two thrashing wildly at each other. Anakin lands the first blow, hitting Sharad in the arm, but Sharad fights back, cutting off one of Anakin's hands. Anakin moves his lightsaber to his other hand and continues to fight. He suffers a cut on his leg, but then manages to avoid one of Sharad's attacks and cuts his face, and then with the follow-up, cuts off his entire arm. Sharad screams in pain and falls down the side of the hill towards the lava flow. Anakin looks down and smiles with menace, then rushes off to Obi-Wan and helps him up as he's now waking up. Obi-Wan thanks Anakin and tells them they need to leave, that it's gone too far, that the Emperor is exterminating the Jedi. He tells them they need to find Plo Koon and get out of here, but just as he mentions Plo's name, Anakin's feelings change. Obi-Wan senses it and moves away from Anakin. "I feel something disturbing, Anakin. What has happened to Plo?" Anakin explains to Obi-Wan that he now serves the Emperor, that the Jedi are over, and he and Padme are free to be with each other. Anakin now feels a change in Obi-Wan's thoughts. "Your thoughts betray you, Master. What are you hiding?" "Where is Padme?" Obi-Wan tells him that it's not safe for Padme while the Emperor is in charge. Anakin is enraged. "She's safe with me. I will protect her. Why are you hiding her from me? You're keeping us apart." Obi-Wan denies this and begs Anakin to leave the Emperor, come with him, and he can see her again. Once he's proved that he's not under the influence of the dark side, Anakin is incensed. He needs to follow more rules, prove himself again. He yells that the Jedi are just like the slave masters, controlling him, saying what he can and can't do. That the Empire has freed the galaxy, now he is also free, and that Obi-Wan will tell him where Padme is now, or he will be destroyed. Obi-Wan pleads with Anakin. "It's not too late. You still have a choice." Anakin agrees. "Yes, I have a choice, and I made the right choice long ago." Obi-Wan senses the rising darkness in Anakin. Anakin boasts that he killed the slave masters, destroyed the clones, and brought order to the galaxy. That he will hunt down and destroy every Jedi if that's what it takes to get back Padme. Obi-Wan looks on with despair. Truly my friend Anakin is gone. Now all that's left is darkness. Obi-Wan backs away towards his ship, but Anakin attacks and the two battle. Anakin swings with rage, again with one strong-handed strikes, whilst Obi-Wan deflects and avoids the blows. Obi-Wan continues to beg Anakin to stop, that he doesn't want to hurt him. Anakin laughs manically. "You couldn't if you tried. I'm the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy. No, I am beyond the Jedi now." He continues to attack, when he overextends himself and Obi-Wan cuts off his other hand. Anakin yells in agony, looking down at the end of his mechanical arm. Obi-Wan tells him that he's sorry, he wasn't a good enough master, but he will take care of Padme for Anakin, if Anakin even still exists. The volcano erupts in a huge explosion of lava and ash flying through the air. Anakin uses the Force to lift burning rocks from the ground and hurls them at Obi-Wan, yelling with fury. Obi-Wan deflects them with the Force, pushing them away, but also Anakin. He sends Anakin flying over the edge and down the embankment to the lava stream. Anakin yells in pain, and Obi-Wan looks over the edge and gasps with horror as he looks down at his friend, burning alive. The yells stop, and Obi-Wan buries his face in his hands and sobs. He bends down and takes Anakin's lightsaber, just as stormtroopers appear over the horizon and begin firing. Obi-Wan flees the scene to his ship and escapes under intense fire from both land and air. The Emperor walks through the settlement, smiling with glee at the dead Jedi. He asks about his apprentices and is directed towards the scene of their final battle. They walk by the lava channel, and one of the stormtroopers yells that there's someone still alive. The Emperor approaches and uses the Force to raise the burnt body and places it on the ground, obscured from view. The Emperor then pours his life force and essence into the body, keeping it alive as it gasps for air. However, as the Emperor does this, his face begins to wrinkle, turning a deathly white, and his eyes have a slight yellow tinge. He orders the soldiers to bring the medic chamber, and they take away the body. Obi-Wan finally reaches Alderaan, where he meets Mon Mothma and the other senators to discuss their next move. They describe that it is too dangerous now, they don't know who they can trust, that they will need to build in secret and start a rebellion. Obi-Wan speaks with Padme and tells her that Anakin is dead. When she asks how, he tells her that Sharad killed him and that he was a good man and saved Obi-Wan's life. He tells Padme that the Emperor will want to kill her if he can find them, that they need to keep her hidden from the Emperor. Organa agrees and promises that he will keep her hidden on Alderaan. Obi Wan announces that he will also go into hiding, into solitude, in the last place anyone would expect to find him. He also mentions that he's contacted the remaining Jedi and told them to do the same, including his old master Yoda. Padme asks if there's any hope for the galaxy. Obi-Wan replies that there is always hope, when there are people that believe in it. The final shot shows a cloaked figure walking through the sand dunes of a planet with twin setting suns. In the background, the domes of a moisture farm can be seen faintly. The end. So that's the conclusion of Star Wars Rewritten. Please let us know all your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to know how close you think we got to how the original trilogy described the events of the prequels, and any other comments you might have. Also, if there's any TV series or movies that you'd like us to rewrite, just let us know in the comments. Thanks again for all your support over the years now, and we'll see you later.